Up next, we have Mr. Sean Dunn. You can find him on Twitter at SEANDZDUNN. Thank you, sir. For those of you that don't know, I'm on Twitter now. I have 300 tweets. I like to live dangerously.
What is it?
All right, I thought for tonight I'd do an icebreaker first. Icebreaker about me is one thing I'm really scared of is I'm terrified of surgery. Because you know there's that one surgeon out there that's just fucking around, like takes your heart out of your chest, just licks it, puts it back in. All of a sudden I'm going around with a licked heart the rest of my life. You know, there's no coming back from that. I mean, you can recover from a broken heart, but once your heart's been licked, I'm telling you, there's no feeling like it. Like, you're just like, I don't know, it would suck. So, that's why I hate surgery. Growing up, I had a really rough childhood, guys. Not really because like I was like struggling like financially or like abusive parents or anything. I was just really fucking stupid. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys how stupid I was. Has anybody ever played that joke on you, where they tell you if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer? Well, basically how it works is they tell you if your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer. And then what they do is, it's sort of hard to do in the microphone, but they bop you like this. And you're like, oh, that hurt, they bopped me. Well, basically, what happened is, one guy decided to play that joke on me, but he forgot the punchline. He just didn't bop me. So I just thought I had cancer. And the worst part is, I go home, and my mom's like, how's your day? I'm like, I have cancer, Mom, not that great today. And my mom, she's like, Sean, what the hell makes you think that you have cancer? And I go, look, my hand's bigger than my face. And my mom, she's like, that's ridiculous, but she has this slight hesitation where she's like, maybe this could be something. Maybe this kid could, I don't know, as retarded as he is, maybe he could have cancer. So she's like, looking online all night, oh, my kid has cancer, blah, blah, his hand is something, she forgot, but she set up a doctor appointment. So that was a really awkward doctor appointment. Another thing is my parents were really cheap growing up too. Like, for the longest time, I thought that this playground in my back, like close to where I lived, was Cedar Point, which for those of you who don't know, that's an amusement park. So I go to class and I'm just like, yeah, I went to Cedar Point the other day, it was awesome. Rode the dragster, that's my favorite ride. And the other kids are like, Sean, whenever I go, the lines are really long for that one. I'm like, not when I go. Worst part was when I took one of my friends to go with me to Cedar Point. I don't really have a punchline, it was just really awkward. What else I got? Another thing is that I'm a Christian, right? I know that's not going well. You're all like, I don't want to hear about Jesus. Okay, I'm not going to tell you about Jesus. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time with that. But one thing that really makes me mad about being a Christian is I always like talk about these. I talk to these people about my problems, and they're always like, yeah, there's grace for that. And I'm like, okay, there's grace for that, there's grace for this, there's grace for that. And I'm worried about the time to say, oh, I'm sorry, there's no grace for that. And you ever wonder like how that works? Like, if we have like types of insurance policies down here, like I wonder if there's some sort of insurance policy up in heaven. My great-grandpa's talking like, you know, I really want to extend my bloodline. And God lays out the standard contract. This is the standard contract. It covers all sin. Covers car accidents, covers this and that. Doesn't cover floods though. And you know that God's an asshole. He's planning a flood pretty soon. So did it once, he'll do it again. Anyways, my grandpa reaches into his wallet. was like, okay, so how much? He's like, oh, no, Jesus paid for everything. Oh, what else I got? I got one more thing, and I might go over the time, but let me see, how does it go? Okay, so when I was a kid growing up, I told my mom and dad I really wanted a dog for Christmas, but instead they bought me a rabbit, and so that sucked. But one day, I go and let my rabbit play outside, and he runs after a car and he gets run over by it. And so I just didn't know how to handle that, so I wrote a song about it. And I'm gonna share it with you guys tonight. Right? Here we go. Told you not to cross the street while cars were coming. Told you they were going so fast you could die. But you went after them anyway. Now you're splattered over the highway. And I guess that I'm a little glad that it's all over. Missing your bushy tail. Tell your friends to eat their carrots and that it's all over. Now I don't even need your fluff. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Somebody, and I'm out of time. Good night. Good night.